Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and today we are going to give you guys a little preview of the Sweet Heart Roadster. So we've been getting, anybody that's been with the channel for a long time knows that we started our channel actually working on the Sweet Heart Roadster. It was like broken into like 2 or 3 pieces, and we redid everything, restored or modified a 32 frame and got it all sitting and looking cool. And then we kind of got distracted with a lot of other stuff. So we always get questions of like, when are you getting back on that car? Blah, 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 et cetera, just giving me hell, which I like that you guys do, actually. But basically what happened is the free T was kind of like running, we were getting in the right direction with that, and I actually wanted to get that car finished and done because this car is also going to be kind of like really nice, sort of like the free T. So I couldn't handle mentally 2 cars of that caliber at going at one time. So I slowed down on this, kept going on the free T. And now we are finally ready with the 39 Forgotten Hot Rod body back on. I can kind of breathe easy, and it's like kind of easier work on that. That's low stress. We can get on to the creative stuff with this. So I want to go over with you guys some of the stuff that we're working on and the upcoming videos. We're going to start working on it this winter, and I'm going to just do regular videos like we were doing with the free T, just picking away at it and getting this thing so it's awesome. So number one, you guys saw my crazy haul of awesome hot rod parts the other week. And obviously I got 2 Italo-Mechanica or Scot blowers, and one of them was a 5000 series, which is the bigger blower that was meant for overhead valves like Cadillacs, Oldsmobile, and so forth. So of course we have a Cadillac in the Sweet Heart Roadster. My buddy Brett and I were here working the other night and decided, let's see how it looks. So we set it on there with blocks with the flathead intake just to like see what it looks like, and it's like perfect. It literally sits like exactly how I'd want. I'm really happy with it. The carb scoops just barely go over top. It's like it's meant to be. So we found a home for one of the blowers. So this is going to be getting a blower on top of the Caddy engine, and we're going to build it from there. So what we need to do, what that means is we need to adjust where the engine's sitting. I haven't liked from the beginning exactly how the engine sits. I was trying to retain the original firewall, and it just is like so tight, and then it puts it so that we'd have to use an electric fan with the grill up front, so that just isn't going to work. So what we're going to do, I think, is work on taking the firewall out, and I'm going to play with sectioning this little strip where the hood normally sits, possibly sectioning that away and moving the firewall in to give more of a smooth look, and obviously we're probably not going to be running a hood. So by doing that, we're going to play with some of that to gain some room, and then we're going to do some kind of trickery with the firewall, whether I section it or I change it to just a flat firewall. Not sure about that, but we're going to move the engine back just a tiny bit, and that means I got to cut the front motor mounts and slide them back just a little bit, which isn't too big of a deal. So that's the engine. One of the things I've been working on, and this is what happens with these videos and actually building custom stuff, is I started making a custom set of hairpin wishbones for the car in the front. We were at Hershey and I saw a really killer old set that was kind of crudely made, but I liked the idea behind it. And the price was a little high, the work was really crude, so I kind of passed on them, but I took a photo. And what I'm going to do is build a custom set of hairpins that use the original front yoke of the original wishbone, and then we're going to form something. I tried doing it myself the old school way with just some tubing welded on the bench and heat and bending it around. And the tubing just was like, even though I filled it with sand, it was still kind of collapsing. It wasn't nice enough because I want to chrome it. So I abandoned that idea. I think we may have to get a tubing bender and actually do it. To get it as nice as I want, we may have to use a tubing bender, but we're going to get on that. So that's probably going to be the first video that we're going to do on this, is making wishbones or hairpins for this, because whenever we roll this thing around, they're not connected and the axle wants to flop around. So to get it more sturdy, we need to get that done, number one. Then we're going to work on getting the engine placement and the firewall sitting how we want, get the engine pushed back, get the firewall, whatever custom stuff we're doing done. I think that'll be really cool. And then we can get everything sitting just right and kind of go from there. I'm also playing with what I want to do with the transmission. I currently have a really rare McBar adapter kit that lets you put a Studebaker transmission behind a Caddy. Well, it is pretty cool. It's a truck transmission and it's not fully synchronized, so I'm not sure if I want to do that, or I came into this past summer a bunch of LaSalle, 37 LaSalle transmission stuff, so I've been playing with the idea of swapping that out, putting a LaSalle trans on, which would be more appropriate for this, and then selling off the Stud and McBar conversion to somebody that wants it. So I haven't decided on that yet. But next thing we're going to be doing is back at the stanchions. I want to restyle how the windshield frame and the stanchions attach. I think because the body line kind of scoops up and then the stanchion goes straight up and then you put the windshield back, it's like a real abrupt look. So I want to flow that in there. So we're going to be doing a video on just restyling the stanchions and all that to give it kind of more of an Airstream smooth look. This car is going to be like a show rod custom mix. So it's going to be a hot rod, but it's also going to like flow and have stuff that's like restyled a little bit, which is really exciting. After that, we're going to work on doing, of course, more rust repair. I got to do the door skins. I have to do pretty much every patch panel around the bottom of the car. We did this side already where I showed you guys making the whole side from scratch. I got to do the other one, and we'll just work our way back and get all that done, which is no big deal. Then in the back, I'm going to restyle some stuff. I'm going to put some kind of taillights that are through the rear, or taillights and the exhaust that goes through the rear pan, and probably mold something in that'll look really cool. I want to do like the dual aerials on the rear quarter that are like molded in, kind of Bill Hines style, but not quite as like obnoxious. While that is cool in some of his customs, I want something that's a little more subtle. But we're going to do some different stuff like that, so that should be really fun. But the idea for this thing is, I picked out the color. I saw a Studebaker pickup at the Grand National like 5 years ago or maybe more that is a really killer like metallic blue, like light blue color, silvery blue. We'll drop a photo here that you can see. But I found a really cool truck that I really like the color, so I'm going to use that as a basis for the color we're doing with like some white interior. I know you guys hate the free T because it's not hate, but don't. I always get comments because the interior is right. You can't drive that, blah, blah, blah. Well, every guy in the 50s was able to do it, so I can figure it out myself. So it's getting a goddamn white interior. I don't care what you say. And we're going to do upholstered wheel wells, all that kind of stuff. This thing's going to be also over the top because we got plenty of drivers, so why not have a couple of neat show cars that are over the top as well. So that's kind of the basis for all of this. A couple of parts that I'm looking for, if any of you guys out in YouTube world have some stuff that can help me. I'm not looking for free, just to purchase. I have a whole chrome front end basically for this, but I am looking for some rear chrome backing plates, juice brake backing plates. I'd love to find a set of chrome rear drums. I know it's kind of crazy. I got chrome front drums. I'd love to find chrome rear drums. If anybody has some 35, 36 rear bells for a rear that have been chromed, that would be awesome, because if not, I have to do it. And chrome rear spring, chrome front spring, lots of chrome. If you have any cool chrome, I want to buy some chrome. I'm also looking for a cool steering wheel for this thing. I have a neat old boat steering wheel that I got that's like this gold metal flake NOS steering wheel that's really neat, but it probably should be repainted to match the car, so I'm not sure if I want to do that since it's brand new. But I am looking for suggestions for really cool steering wheels for this thing. So if you guys have anything that's neat, send it along that way, and I'll see if I can afford it and pinch my pennies. But yes, that's some of the parts that I'm looking for. If you guys have that stuff, drop us a line, and maybe I can send you some money. So that's all I have for this one. Hopefully you guys are excited about the Sweet Heart Roadster as I am, because I cannot wait to get on this thing, because there's a lot of really creative stuff that I want to do with it, and it'll be really fun documenting the process along the way. As always, we do videos on Tuesdays, Fridays, Sundays. If you haven't subscribed, you're f***ing up. Subscribe. We got a lot of really cool stuff coming up in the future. It's going to be amazing. Mike's losing his shit. You're f***ing up if you're not subscribing. You got to get on it. Share with a friend. We don't ask for your money. Just subscribe. And yeah, that's it, guys. See you. Bye.